Let's talk about something that affects every single business, no matter the size, industry, or stage of growth: time. Time is the one thing we can't get more of, yet most businesses lose hundreds of hours every month to hidden time wasters. In today's session, I'll unpack the 5 biggest time wasting traps that quietly drain productivity, and I'll show you how to beat them with some real-world examples from startups and SMEs that turned it around. So let's dive in. First, endless meetings, the productivity killer. We've all been there, sitting in a meeting thinking, couldn't this have been an email? According to the Harvard Business Review, the average professional spends 31 hours per month in unproductive meetings. That's nearly 4 full working days. So here's an example. There's a tech startup. They are holding 3 alignment meetings a week, each one involving the entire team. They go away, they track it, and they realize those meetings are adding up to over 20% of their weekly hours. So what can they do about it? They can go away, restructure, and with that restructure, they can set a clear agenda for each meeting. They can limit their meetings to just say 30 minutes, and they can invite only the essential people. Imagine that within a month, they'll probably increase their productivity by 25%. Now, if your calendar looks like a Tetris game of back-to-back meetings, maybe it's time to cut, combine, or cancel. Secondly, let's talk about email overload. This is drowning in the inbox. We've all been there, let's be honest. Email is both a blessing and a curse. The average professional receives around 121 emails per day and checks their inbox every 6 minutes. That's about 2.5 hours of uninterrupted focus daily. An example of a company that I've worked with, I discovered that their managers were spending more time responding to CCs than leading the teams. My suggestion to them was to implement what I call email blocks. So these would be dedicated times of day for checking and responding, and also encourage the use of either Slack or Teams for quick questions back and forth. Now, the result, we estimated that this was about 10 hours saved per person per week. So the key takeaway from this would be your inbox shouldn't be your to-do list. So schedule your emails, but don't let them schedule you. The third thing I want to talk about is the multitasking myth. This is what I call the focus fragmenter. Many people still wear multitasking like a badge of honor, but the truth is multitasking isn't productivity, it's just task switching, and it kills focus. The American Psychological Association found that switching between tasks reduces productivity by up to 40%. So maybe you're, say, a marketing manager and you're juggling campaign reviews, client calls, and emails all at once. You might feel busy and overloaded, but never truly moving things forward. So if you adopt time blocking, this will be dedicated, uninterrupted blocks to one task at a time. Just see how much your turnaround times improve and how many errors drop dramatically. Big takeaway from this is multitasking feels efficient, but it's really just organized chaos. So go ahead, protect your focus like it's a currency, because it is. Okay, the fourth thing I want to talk about, the social media spiral and chat distractions. Social media is one of the biggest silent time drains in the modern workplace. According to Rescue Time, the average employee loses an hour and a half a day to chat and social apps. Think about that. That's nearly 7.5 hours a week, and that is almost a full workday. So maybe you're in a company that utilizes Slack or Teams, and what you find is that there are messages flying through 24/7. Now, this doesn't allow people the time to get deep work done without these constant interruptions and the feeling of having to immediately respond. A way to tackle this would be to implement what I call focus mode. So this would be 2 hours every morning with no internal chat, no social scrolls, and no pings. Just see after a few weeks how much your project turnaround times improve and how employee satisfaction can go up. Remember, you don't need to be always available to be effective. Discipline creates freedom, so no constant notifications. So the fifth thing I want to talk about is lack of prioritization, because busy doesn't always mean productive. The final trap isn't about tools, it's about clarity. Too many businesses confuse being busy with being productive. Teams fill their days with small, low-impact tasks because they haven't aligned on what truly drives results. Maybe you're a company that spends most of your time preparing these internal reports, and let's be honest, those internal reports, no one actually uses them for decision making. What you could do is redefine priorities. This could be around client impact and pipeline growth, and then just see how much your output becomes more laser focused and how much revenue per employee you can increase by. Remember, busyness is not a badge of honor. Clarity of purpose beats activity every time. So to recap, the 5 biggest time wasting traps in business are endless meetings, email overload, the multitasking myth, social media and chat distractions, lack of prioritization. If you can identify and eliminate just 1, 2, or 3 of these, you'll reclaim hours each week. Hours you can reinvest in strategy, creativity, and growth. Remember, productivity isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters most, better, faster, and with more focus.